Did you know that snow can fall for hours without accumulating on the ground? Unless you live in the deep south, you're likely accustomed to accumulating snow in the winter. During a snowfall, whether or not snow accumulates depends on two key factors: the rate of snowfall and the rate of snow melt on the surface the snow is falling upon. Below freezing surfaces yield no melting, so any snow that falls will accumulate. Above freezing surfaces, such as bare ground and roads, cause immediate melting of falling snow. For accumulation to occur there, the snow must fall heavily enough so that more accumulates than melts. This is why snow tends to accumulate on cars, tree limbs, and grassy areas well before it does on warmer ground or road surfaces, where the melting rate can be greater until snowfall is heavy enough to support accumulation. This illustration shows a fictional winter storm example, with the hourly rate of snowfall in green, snow melt in red, and resultant snow accumulation in purple. In this fictional event, let's say a light snow falls at a slower rate than snow melt between noon and 3 p.m., resulting in no accumulation. Heavy snow moves in from 5 to 7 p.m. with snowfall rates of 1 inch per hour, considerably greater than the decreasing melting rate, and snow quickly accumulates. After 7 p.m., a lighter snowfall occurs, but accumulation continues as melting is greatly reduced by a snow-covered surface. Such an event could yield 5 inches of snowfall, but due to melting early in the event, the total accumulation on the surface could end up closer to 3 inches. So you can get a heavy snowfall forecast of, say, 8 to 14 inches, but end up with a lesser accumulation on the ground due to the rate of melting, which tends to be greatest for a bare, warm ground early in the season, and least when you have a decent snow accumulation in place from a prior event, or a cold ground surface later in the winter season. When melting is minimal, you'll end up with an accumulation close to the actual snowfall amount that occurs. One way to reduce snow accumulation on roads is by using salt, which raises the melting rate of the surface. Snow could still accumulate, but it requires a much greater snowfall rate. If the rate of melting is greater than the rate of snowfall, the end result will be wet roads, while snow accumulates on other surfaces. So now you know. Snowfall must occur at a greater rate than snow melt for accumulation to occur. If you observe snowfall for several hours with very little accumulation on the ground, you'll know that in that instance melting is winning out. Of course, if snowfall is much greater than melting for a really lengthy period of time, well, you could end up with something like this.